My name is Supun Silva and my student ID is 209 05422. Due to the pandemic and Sri Lanka is affecting with the COVID-19, people had to be more aware of the safety. This assignment about ensuring the safety, and this app is about to notify and alerting the user about the risk of wherever the user is going, informing that they are entering into a high risk zone and reminding user about the safety precautions. Having such information may help the user to be extra care, and it will help to reduce the number of cases from the society. This application is designed for the day-to-day users to use smart devices. Once user enters to a high-risk zone, the app will alert user that he is entered to a red zone, and it will show some safety informations to take care of, like wear the mask and wash their hands and keep the social distance, like information. In this app, it is tracking the geolocation of the user, and using a geofence, it will track the user track if the user is entered to that particular high risk zone, and notify the user that he has entered to a high risk zone through a pop-up notification, and also provide safety instruction that he should immediately perform, and also provide that areas that the virus has been spread through the heat map. Also, it supports some of the offline capabilities. So this app is built using React Native, and for the database, I use the Firebase Firestore, and for the offline database, I use the SQLite database, and for animation, I use the Lottie.js. First, I will go through the application. First, I open the application. It will ask for permission to track the user's location, and once I give the permission, it will quickly jump into the user's location that is already in. So talking about this circle, it is the geofence that use uh, the React Native maps to provide this map and some of the heat maps that are using throughout this application. So this is a circle, and I also use this heat map to visualize the risk area where the user is. So first of all, I will demonstrate that user traveling from this route from A to B. It will track that user's location like this. This React Native map has some drawback, like it's taking so long to ping when the user is like traveling. Now it's like updated the application, but if I just do it like this, it takes some time to update actual user user's route and where he is. Now the user is in the risk area, and he just crossed the geofence, and the application shows that he's in the shows this notification that saying he's in a COVID-19 high risk zone, and also please always make sure his safety, and some of the animations I use from the Lottie chase to give some information about the actual about the safety instructions. So if I close this, it will show this caution alert like this, and if the user click on it, it again shows this alert that he can get information about that the area he's in. So secondly, if I zoom out, user can see that he's crossed this geofence and he's in a certain high risk area. If I zoom out furthermore, there are several geofences that I get this data from website called this hpb.health.gov.lk. So they have the similar heat map, and this data is not actually up to date. So that's the drawback that we have to deal with. So I get this CSV file and I update into the Firebase data store. The Firestore. So I have information such as the district and the longitude and the latitude. So this is Vaunia. They have no cases. So like this, I save this information. I create this fake information for the demo purposes. Also, user can see this heat map, how the virus is spread through the island. Also, he can get some idea about the risk area where he's traveling and where he should be. So talking about the feature, I uses this React Native map to visualize the maps, and also they have React Native geolocation service to track the user's location. Also, I use the GeoLabs to get the nearest geolocation. Where, for example, to get this nearest latitude and longitude where the user is and the radius of the geofence, I use this library and GeoLab and function called find nearest. With this, I'm getting the nearest geofence from that heat map data array, and I'm checking if the user is like crossed that geofence or not. Also, this is I have used this library, the GeoLab, and its function call is point within the radius to get that user is cross that geofence or not. So with that information, I just show the safety information notification. Using the React Native maps, this library actually really slow that I cannot like track the user location real time. It takes so long to update the application about the data where the user is and is he cross this geofence. For example, if I like move down, you can see that it takes long time to update the map. It should center actual user position. Now it's updated. So with that, I have do some research and find this the other library called the Mapbox. They have a React Native plugin for that as well. So they are providing some map they call the open source mapping platform, and they provide some services throughout the maps. So this library is really fast updating in the view. I can also demonstrate that. I will quickly show that to you. So this is the library the GeoBox uses. It is when I update it to like update it really fast, but they have a issue that the heading is not working perfectly, so that's why I didn't use this actual library. I didn't further develop use this one. They have reported bug for actual issue that they have. Uh, so if I go back, I can demonstrate this component that I'm using. So I use this React Native Maps and React Native location service to track actual user location and provide that map information throughout the application. So first, I just initiate the map data like this. Like this is the top view of Sri Lanka, and these are the latitude and longitude. So delta and everything, I just use some initial data, and this is how I populate the map, that the component, the library from React Native Maps and also the heat maps. So this heat map data is coming from actually coming from the store from the Firestore, and I just update everything and save it to the local database, and also through just uh, dispatch a new action to get to inform about this data through this map screen like this. It uses this district data, and it will populate the heat map from there. And also I use the circle to show that show about the geofences. First, once the component mount, it will request the permission for the to access the user's location. I only use the Android platform for now, and once the permission is granted, uh, uh, I use this service called React Native geolocation to track users, get the user's current position and update the state from that data, the coordinates, and update the camera using this function. So this is how it, once that the component initialize, it will update the data first time from this get current position once the user give access to the position actually. Then it's also watching the position that user, where the user is going, and And from the find nearest, that library that I'm using, geolib, I'm finding the nearest the geofence, providing the current position and the heat map data. These are the actual geofences that contain longitude and latitude and longitude. And I'm checking that the user is uh, within the radius of that actual geofence, using this function and providing the coordinates and what is the nearest geofence. So using the geolib, uh, this function, uh, I'm updating the state and firing a event saying that to the screen that to show the safety informations. And also I'm updating if the user is in the dangerous area state. And if not, I just update it from here. And this function also update the camera when the user ping, actually the position changes where when the user is traveling. I'm updating the camera uh, from here, the heading and the coordinates. Yeah, that's all about this component. And I can demonstrate the when user is offline, I can show that I'm showing a notification that saying that the data is offline. I can get this open here. Meanwhile, app building, I can demonstrate about the map GL. This is also similar approach, but it is like updating very fast. So using this update method, I can get that information very quickly. But with that heading issue, I actually cannot use this library for now. The app is now working fine. And if I turn off the network, it will show this message saying no internet and app is running on offline mode. With the geo maps, it has a drawback, like if I close the application and so first of all, I will demonstrate this, the offline capability, but I'm not saving actual map data. The React Native map doesn't have that functionality yet. And if I close the application and I come back to the application, it will like, it doesn't have any actual information. The map data doesn't load very well. That functionality is available with the GL maps, so I'm thinking to use that in the future. That is about uh, the network. If I turn it on again, this notification should go and should load the map data again. Yeah, like that. So finally, I'm going to disable the location data, and this functionality I didn't actually work on it. So it shows that the location is turned off. It cannot fetch actual location. So for example, I can build this with if user is traveling uh, and if suddenly goes this location turned off, then I can like using some kind of a function to update the user position, and like with the speed and everything, I can maintain that speed and track the user is within the geofence or not. So for now, I didn't uh, implement that functionality. So if I update the user position again, and it will, this is not updating, like suddenly it has to update from the like that. So that is how it find that if the user, the location is turned off. So that is the demonstration of the project. Thank you very much.